Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, CapriSpillingthetea lifestyle tips. And if I sound a little stuffy, it's because I do have a stuffy nose. I don't know how I got a stuffy nose, but I guess with the weather changing, it made me kind of like clogged up. Uh, I do have my glasses on because I'm in front of my computer screen and I need to see. And I know some of my tea spillers say like it's a glare. So I'm gonna try not to have that glare come onto the screen or whatever as a disclaimer. Because some people are like it's a glare. It's a certain way that you look and it's a glare. So anywho, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, we are getting back to the basics every January, which is the man-made new year. Every January, I come on here and I try to get back to the basics of where we need to start in our savings for the 365 days out the year. I always go back to the basics because it's easier for anyone that's new coming to my channel or just new trying to save money. It's easier for them to start from the basics than where we're at in the middle of the year or whatever. But I have 181 videos. Feel free to look at them if you're new here. My name is Capri Ellis Love, and I show people how I saved 20K twice. And if you don't know, I saved 20K twice. So if you want to know how I saved 20K twice, today we're going to start back from the basics. So further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. Now, I want to show you guys, since I am in my office, where I'm starting with at this particular time. So where I'm starting with and what I'm starting with. So where I'm starting is with my cash envelopes. That's the first thing you need to do. Now, these were given to me by my sister because my sister is all about the aesthetics. And I always talk to my girlies who's all about the aesthetics. I tell them all the time, if you're trying to save money, forget about the aesthetics. Forget about it. Go to the dollar store, get you some envelopes, and just start stuffing them, start writing on them. But these are my sister one. She had too many, so she gave me some. But you guys, I am so basic. I promise you, I'm about to go back to the dollar store, and I meant to do it already, and just get me like plain white envelopes because it works for me better, and I'm able to write on the back, and it's just easier for me. And that's where I started with in the beginning, just with the white envelopes. I never started with these. My sister is all about the aesthetics. She started with these, but if you want to, you can go on Amazon. They sell them very, very cheaply, or should I say frugally, but they're not that much. And if you want to, you can go on Amazon and get them. But for my tea spillers, I would tell you, go to the dollar store, get you like 200 envelopes for $1 and start there. So since my sister gave these to me, I just went ahead and used them. But I promise you guys, I think today I'm going to go back and get my envelopes. Where we are starting from today, we're starting with about a little over $5,000, right? So what I do is I would put my money in here or whatever, stuff my money in here, and then I will write. I would take anything, a piece of paper. This is parchment paper, and I would just write how much is in there, right? Like this one right here. I don't know if you can see, but it's $4,000 in this one, right? I do need to sort it out on where the money is going because that's how you know. Well, that's how one, you know where your money's going, and two, that's how you know what to plan for if you tell your money where it's going. So this past year in October, I'll put some videos up. I've been starting on doing my floors. In my last video, I showed you guys how I had holes in my floor, and I have been a homeowner for about 8 years now. It'll be 8 years in April. For about 8 years now. For about 7 years, we have been living with holes, like not in the actual floor, but in the subflooring. And I know I needed to get it done. And I was like, okay, how much is it going to cost? I'm going through Lowe's. Y'all already know Lowe's is through the roof. Prices of everything is through the roof. But I already had the money set for it. So This is what I want you girlies and guys to do. I don't know how many guys are watching, but I know a lot of my girls are. So this is what I want my tea spillers to do. That's what I'm gonna say. You will go ahead and you will get your envelopes and you will write on your envelope what you're saving for. Now, this is the thing. Money is made to flow. So do not feel some type of way when you're taking all this money and getting what you want. Because when I was paying out for like my floors and stuff like that, I didn't feel no type of way because that's what I saved for. A lot of people just want to see their money stack. Baby, let me tell you something. My mom has always told me one day can change your whole entire life. You could be dead and gone and all that money stacked up. So money is made to flow. Remember that. So you will write down about 2 or 3 things that you want to save for. You also have to be realistic because it depends on what type of job you're working. If you're not getting $100 an hour or whatever the situation is, you know that you can't have a whole bunch of things that you're saving for. Because where's this money going to come from? How are you going to eat? How are you going to pay your bills? You still have to pay your bills. So I always tell my tea spillers to write like 1 or 2 things that you really, really want that you're saving for. And that is how you will start saving because we're going back to the basics. So this year for 2026, uh, let's say hypothetically, I'm saying, well, not even hypothetically, let's talk realness because that's what we do on this channel. So my birthday is February 20th. Anybody birthdays in February, drop it down, drop the Pisces gang down below. But my birthday is February 20th, right? So that's like a month and some change away. But let's say I was saving since last February. So what I would do is I would put how much first of all, I would say what I want to do. So what do you want to do? Now let's say I wanted to go to the island of Capri. And yes, that is an island in Italy. And so the island of Capri, and let's say that's going to be about, well, just to get there, let's say that's going to be about $500 just to get there, like the plane there and back is 500. All right. So that's $500. Then let's say when I get there, I want to spend around maybe about $300. So you'll write all this stuff down because see, first of all, you got to have a plan. You have to have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, then you don't have no direction. Remember that. So we got the one-way flight, which is $500, or not the one-way flight, the all-around flight. That's $500, and then we're going to spend $300. So let's say that the flight, well, let's say that the flight and the hotel together is 800 because we're trying to be a little realistic. I didn't look this up. I'm just going off the dome. So this is $800, and the spending that you want to spend is $300. All right. So y'all know, if y'all know me, handy dandy calculator. If y'all don't know about that, guess what? Y'all ain't no tea spiller because y'all know I love the. I don't care if it's 1 + 1. I'm up. All right. So we're gonna add that up together. So you got your 800, you got your 300. That is $1,100. So all together, $1,100 is where we at. Now with me, when I go places, I like to have a cushion. So I'm like, well, I'll take an extra $200. So I'm taking $1,300 on this trip. Now that you know the direction that you're going to start planning. So it's 12 months in a year. So what I like to do is I like to divide the money to see like, kind of like, okay, so how much do I have to spend? So you would take the 1,200 and you'll take the 1,300 and you will divide that into 12. And it's saying that you have to save $108.33 a month. So 108.33. Now, I like to round up, just like I said, for a cushion. So what I would do is I'll just say $110 a month. All right, cool. So I'm going to save $110 a month. I'm going to save $110 a month. But if you get paid every 2 weeks, then all you have to do is take that 108 and divide it by 2, and that is $54 a month. So you're taking that, you're dividing it by 2, it's $54. Every time you get paid, it's $54. But let's say you want to round up, so you're just going to go ahead and save $55. So you're saving $55 every 2 weeks. So 50, that will be $110 a month times 12. That's 1320 in that 12 months. Boom. That's my little math. Boom. So that honestly is the way that I save everything. I save everything that way. I always break it down to the least amount because let's be real, I do not make a whole lot of money. I do have other income coming in, but the income that I do have coming in is for bills and other things that I'm trying to do, trying to build. I have had businesses that went up and then came back down. So then again, I'm back on, just these two or three incomes. So I always tell my money where to go because you need direction on where your money is supposed to go. Once again, if you don't have any direction, then you just as lost as your money. So I didn't want to make this video long. I just wanted to come on here and let my tea spillers know that we are at the beginning of the year. We are in January. Hopefully you guys already got your first check. I already got my first check and I saved about $240 out of that check. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. Um, don't be discouraged. That's another thing. Do not be discouraged if you cannot save money out of your check. It happens to the best of us. There are times I didn't save anything out of 3 checks because I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But then that meant either I had too many bills or I was just doing too much. So do not be discouraged and just keep going. So I just want to thank whoever came to this video, watching my video. Thank you. And I'm going to try to put some of my videos on TikTok. And I'm also going to try to try to put some of my videos on TikTok and try to be on Instagram. And I'm already on Facebook. I don't really speak too much. Yeah, I am truly a Pisces. I'm behind the scenes. I really don't like speaking too much, but I'm an introvert for real. But I need to speak a little bit more because I know my 93 subscribers. I know y'all like, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. But I don't really like speaking too much because I don't know. Anyways, we ain't talking about that. I love you guys. And remember, save money because one day it will save you. Bye.